Hi, this is Technical here, and today we have a tutorial on how to create this FM based sound, which can commonly be found in deep house tracks in Serum. So we're going to get straight into it and create the sound. So what you want to do is open up Serum with a blank initialized patch. So first things first, both oscillators need to be changed to this analog_BD_sine oscillator. Now all this is, it's a wavetable with a few harmonics as you change the position of the wavetable. We're not really interested in that, we just want a pure sine wave for the purpose of this sound. So on oscillator B, you just want to turn the level all the way down because we don't actually need oscillator B to create any sound. All we need it to do is to modulate the frequency of this oscillator here. So we're going to turn the octave of oscillator A down to -2, and the octave of oscillator B needs to be turned down to -1. So in Serum we have this tool here that's known as a warp tool, which can basically, as you see in the description there, alters the current wavetable based on the selection in here. So in simple terms, it can modulate this wavetable, this oscillator, in this number of ways. The way we want to modulate it is using FM from oscillator B. So we want to set this so that it's controlled by this envelope here, envelope 2. So we'll drag from there onto the controller for that and turn the amount down to around 50%, so you can hear it sounds like this. Just realise that needs to be down an octave or 2. So it sounds like this. Now, it's not quite what we're after. So what you want to do is on envelope 2, you want to turn the release all the way up. And on envelope 1, you want to turn the sustain all the way down. Set the decay to around, I don't know, maybe about 875 milliseconds. And the release wants to be somewhere around 150 milliseconds. Just one thing that I forgot on the oscillators as well, we need to turn down the phase randomness of each one just to create a more consistent sound. Now, to avoid any overlaps which would create mud within your mix, we're going to set the voice into mono. So the end result is this. So we're not too far away. All I want to do now is apply a filter, turn the cutoff all the way up and the resonance all the way down. Now you might be thinking that this sort of does nothing. The tool we want in here really is the drive control here, and I want to set that to around 30%, and that just gives the sound a bit more oomph and it'll stand out a bit more in your mix. So what we have now is the completed sound, which is this. Now if you'd like, you can tweak this in any number of ways. As you can hear, I've got mine sent to a reverb on here, just a standard dark plate, and it's sent with an amount of about 20%. You can also, if you'd like, add some portamento to it, so it glides between notes. Depends if you want, that might be something worth having on any future house sort of tracks if that's what you're into. You can also compress it so you get more control over the levels of it, and it can also be used in a creative way to add a bit more punch to the sound. If you set the threshold to around 19 decibels, -19, set the ratio to about 3:1, and you get that. You could just hear it, makes it a tad quieter, gives a bit more punch on the attack of the sound, which is quite nice. Other than that, the sound can be quite useful used as a lead. As you heard earlier, if you shift it up by 2 octaves, you can get this sound, which if you've been listening to a lot of dance music lately, you might recognise from Kid Echo The Jam, which is something like. excuse my terrible keyboard playing there. And that's a wrap for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions regarding this tutorial or any requests for any future tutorials, then please feel free to message me or leave a comment below. You can find me on SoundCloud if you'd like to hear my music by following the link in the description. There's also a link to download this patch for free in the description as well, if you'd like to save yourself the hassle of creating the sound.